Hey everybody, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. So I have a sample here of a new release from Parfums de Marly. This one is called Palatine. It's an eau de parfum. Bottle looks very similar to the Delina bottles. It's just a nice purpley color. So first sniff, I have not tried this before. It's just going to be first impressions on this scent. I remember mentioning this one in my new release video not too long ago. All I remember is that this is mainly a violet scent. I don't own many violet perfumes in my collection. Off the top of my head, I can only think of one in particular, and that one is from Guerlain, the Insolence. Very popular scent. I think it's beautiful. However, I don't really wear it that often. So violet is not something I wear a lot of, nor do I ever crave it. But I still am very curious about this one. So first sniff, maybe it's a little bit first sniff for Palatine from Parfums de Marly. So let's give this one a try. Okay. Okay, so light, fresh, sweet, but definitely not as sweet right now as the Insolence. It's a light, airy, fluffy, floral. I do smell the violet in here. However, it's not overwhelming at all. It's actually quite soft and subtle right now. There's probably some other floral notes in here too, because I do smell violet, but also like a background of mixed florals as well. And then together they smell like a very light, natural smelling, fresh, dewy, floral scent. I was expecting the violet note to be more prominent, but of course, this is just my first impression. On paper, it's not really jumping out at me. Whereas in the Insolence from Guerlain, the violet is very, very strong and bold and pungent, and it really does kind of just jump out at you. Very sweet as well, almost like those sweet violet candies. I'm not thinking of any candy, sugary sweetness in here. There is a nice sweetness, but not in a candy-like way. It is more like violet and other mixed florals, flower garden, dewy, fresh, kind of cold as well, refreshing, like walking through a garden early in the morning when there's still dew on the grass. And then just a nice soft powderiness as well, just sitting on top of the floral bouquet. It's pretty. I like it, but but honestly, I was expecting the violet note to be more, I guess, stronger, I guess. But of course, I will be testing this on skin to see how it dries on and everything. But it's pretty, but right now, not really a love at first sniff for me. Mostly like a like at first sniff. It's polite, not overwhelming. It smells like it would be a very easy to wear everyday kind of scent. Inoffensive, office, floral, fresh, sweet, powdery. But the whole vibe is very subtle and quiet so far on the test strip. So let's see here. There is a little write-up here. I'll just read it out to you. Parfums de Marly revives the splendor of the lifestyle of Chateau de Marly, a place dedicated to pleasure and celebration. Haute Parfumerie, respecting French savoir-faire, with audacious compositions of noble ingredients, the refinement of the 18th century through a prism of modernity. A floral fragrance opening with bright fruity notes of mandarin, bergamot, and pear, followed by a daring contemporary violet petal, settling on musk and creamy sandalwood for a velvety feel. So it says here daring violet petal. I'm not really getting that feeling at all. I'm getting quiet, reserved, subtle, just very quiet. It's a very quiet scent, but let's see what the notes on Fragrantica say, or the accords. Accords: powdery, violet, fruity, citrus, woody, musky, sweet, fresh, aquatic, and floral. Interesting that it says aquatic in here, because I am getting this kind of watery transparency to it. That's really reminding me of like morning dew. Okay, so the notes: pear, mandarin, bergamot, violet, musk, and sandalwood. So violet and pear are the main notes. I wasn't really thinking of pear, but now that I know that it's in the notes, I'm thinking of the wateriness of a ripe pear, which is very juicy and watery and delicious. So yeah, it's a pretty scent. Not a love at first sniff for me, but it's pretty. It's pleasant. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Let's see if this has been compared to any other scents. Okay, so this perfume Palatine reminds people of the Elysium Parfums by Roja Dove. I have not tried that one. Also Libre from YSL. I'm not really getting that comparison for me personally. Then there's something called Catch Me from Cacharel. I haven't tried that one. Pink by Lush. Yeah, this one isn't really reminding me of any particular scent. And not Libre for me and my nose. I don't smell any resemblance. But again, I have to test this one properly to see how it dries down. But right now, the violet isn't very strong. And I'm hoping that the violet note will come out more on skin or maybe further down as it dries. So Palatine from Parfums de Marly. I'm glad that I was able to test it out. If you guys have tried this scent, I would love to hear your opinion about it down in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.